Hey, welcome to the Mostly Skateboarding podcast. I'm your host, Templeton Elliott, and I'm joined this week by Mike Munsnyder and Jason from Frozen and Carbonite to talk about name brand spots and to check in on the Skater of the Year rankings as we come into the final stretch of 2025. Last year's SOTY was announced on December 14th, so we anticipate an announcement soon. We thought we'd check in on where the SOTY race stands as of December 4th. Mike, who are your current top three?
My current top three, which is mostly just like heart, but mostly brain. Now I'm contradicting myself. Heart first, brain second. I'm going Antonio Dourao, TJ Rogers, and then I think that, one of the better skaters who has like done his genre the best is Tom Schaar. So I'm saying Tom Schaar is my number three.
All right, Jason, who's your top three?
Top three, I would also say Antonio Dourao. The three kind of short parts, but super memorable. Chris Joslin, like it's kind of an obvious choice, but safe to assume that he's going to come out with a part with that 360 flip down El Toro.
And a big spin flip down Wallenberg.
Yeah, big spin flip down Wallenberg in the
latest Thrasher
the content spread.
Yes.
That's a formidable spot in the magazine.
Seriously, yeah. I'm gonna say he had a part. He had an out there. He had an interview in the mag. I'm gonna go a little dark horse here. Gabriel Summers.
Gabbers.
Yeah. I don't like. Can I just say Gabriel? Like I don't like saying.
Sure. Yeah, I think Mr. Summers is a major dark horse. I think his juice in this race is a recency bias kind of thing. I think if all this stuff was happening in June, we wouldn't be talking too much about it right now. But that's kind of how the Thrasher staff stacks things up. They're trying to create some drama. Some intrigue, some excitement around the race. I think my top three: Kevin Beckel, Simon Bannerot, and Antonio Dourao. I'm like hesitant on Dourao. I feel like he's more a quality over quantity contender.
All right, break it down while you say Kevin Beckel, whose pronunciation of the last name we're going off of David Gravett.
Yes, David Gravett on the bunt pronounced it Beckel, so that's where we're going.
And we should note that it's like a Danish AE blend or something. We don't, yeah.
And us Americans do not know what that sounds like. So Kevin Beckel put out a shitload of footage, a lot of insane terrain, the kind of shit that Thrasher loves. I think he did have an interview in Thrasher earlier in the year, went on some trips and stuff. It did a lot for the mag, which they say is a requirement for the prize. And you know what? I think I'm going to bump Antonio Dourao off my list and put Chris Joslin on because I think, the El Toro and Wallenberg tricks. He seems like he's going for it.
Kevin Beckel, is he good? I haven't watched any of these parts. I think just because it was like Creature or whatever.
I know, I'm terrible. I have not circled back to the Creature video despite everything and being a very professional podcast co-host. Like, I'm with you, Jason. Like, is he that good? Like, Templeton, you're going to have to defend this shit.
Okay, he grinded a 30 stair handrail into a hill bomb with no speed checks, just straight down the middle of, whatever that crazy street is. I think it's in LA that some guy bombed in a video the week before, and that was an insane trick. So that kind of thing, he rolled in on some massive like airplane jet spillway thing, like a 2-story roll in, a lot of just insane, big, gnarly type stuff, like Thrasher kind of stuff.
Insane terrain.
Yeah. So I think that that's what Thrasher likes. I think he'd be a good choice. I think you guys should watch Sever. Just skip the middle part where the team goes to Australia. But the first guy's part is actually surprisingly good. And then Kevin Beckel, like 8 minutes of the craziest shit you've ever seen.
Is all the footage like green tinted? I would imagine the Creature video would just have like a green.
There's a little less green than you'd expect.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was the America gimmick, but maybe things have changed.
Different hex code.
America is more more low key. Creature's more like a Poison green. If you remember the rock band Poison, their logo was a very specific shade of green. It's more like that.
Yeah. I thought you were going in the Mr. Yuck direction
Mr.
on the
Yuck.
green.
I mean, yeah.
They
I'd
should
see
turn
that
Mr.
too.
Yuck Pro for Creature.
So I'm just
Anyway.
going to throw this out because our friend, the homie at Josh at skate.folio. Did I say that right? Skatefolio.
Skatefold.e.
Yeah, that's more complicated than I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm trying to balance a kid who maybe has an infection from getting her shots the other day and winter in Minnesota. Simon Bannerot, 26 minutes and 5 seconds of footage on the year is our top kind of SOTY candidate contender, as Thrasher put it on their page put out to get today. And then the guy who we are probably more likely to speak about is TJ Rogers, 23 minutes, 51 seconds. And then Kevin Beckel, 23 minutes, 16 seconds. What do we think about TJ Rogers' chance is?
TJ Rogers, the last part he put out was really dope. Pretty much all his footage is the subgenre of skating that I fuck with the most. He does have some insane terrain there. He does a switch 180 down the a crazy double set. I think it's in San Francisco or something. I don't know. But I don't know. The gear, the super baggy gear, it sounds stupid, but I can't see them giving SOTY to someone with that gear, dude.
Even though they're custom pants.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But they're custom pants though. That's cool.
That's his lore. I feel like I only know that as a lore type thing.
That's very cool if he's wearing custom pants. I've always wanted to have some custom pants. I think TJ Rogers is a heart kind of guy. Everybody's rooting for him. He's, beat back cancer last year or something. He's putting out lots of stuff. He seems
testicular cancer, right?
I'm not sure of the.
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, so he's rad, but I just don't see it for him. Even though he's got the Wallenberg pop shove it,
switch pop shove it, which is one of the hardest tricks you could do down anything.
Yeah, it's a very awkward maneuver. Yeah, that makes that much gnarlier. And rumor has it there's another part coming from TJ Rogers, so we'll see. He just doesn't seem like a SOTY kind of guy. If you look at the list of people who've won it, Jamie Foy, Miles Silvas, Tyshawn Jones, Mark Suchu, Mason Silva, Milton Martinez, Tyshawn again, Jamie Foy again, Walker. I only put Walker. Rides for Vans and Real.
Kyle Walker,
thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of
have any Canadians? I know we're working from an incomplete list on your end, Templeton. I don't have anything called up on my end. Would he be the first Canadian?
Appleyard won it in 2003 or something.
It was off flip videos for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, TJ Rogers, definitely a good story, good narrative. I mean, rips, but yeah, it's SOTY. I don't know if SOTY could afford a really dope trip to somewhere.
I'll bet they would pull out the stops.
They pull out the stops. All right.
Good SOTY trip.
Winnipeg's dope, but they're gonna they can't do the trip, for the next 6 months.
Doing the trip to Winnipeg, SOTY trip to Winnipeg.
Super sick, dude. I don't know where TJ's from. I should know.
I remember that Winnipeg park looked really sick when it was brand new. Anyway,
it's very old now, Templeton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
What goes into Skater of the Year? Definitely Simon Banner has it by the numbers. If we're going on quantity, quality, insane terrain, what do we think goes into choosing a Skater of the Year, Jason?
Well, like you said, insane terrain, doing tricks at notable spots, parts that made an impact, and yeah, just vibes. I think there's a certain brand, it when you see it, Skater of the Year. Yeah, just vibes as far as that goes.
Well, and there's also what did you do for the mag, which comes down to covers, interviews, etc. And it was just I wasn't looking at the mag
for sure.
Well, and that's what makes it so kind of hard to nail down. Where it's Simon Bannerot has all the footage, all the clips, we're looking at this awesome Skatefolio stuff, and Antonio Doral, my favorite, is on here. TJ Rogers is up there though, which is very cool. I wish, and this is kind of like the I'm the fantasy editor of Thrasher magazine. I wish that Skater of the Year would represent like someone who's representative of the year 2025 in skateboarding. It's pretty hard to nail down. I hadn't really thought of that.
Who would that be? Would that be like an Antonio Doral? Do you think he's representative of the current state of skateboarding? Or?
I mean, he's my favorite, where it's like wild style, ultra progression, and also just kind of like the dude is so bored with normal skateboarding that he's going to do a switch frontside flip, 1 foot, and I don't know how to properly like classify the 1 foot that he's doing.
Is it switch? Is it regular? That kind of
okay. Here, yeah, I'm doing a little dance with my feet as I try to think of this. Yeah, he 1 foot's the foot that you would normally do if you were like skating your regular stance and then doing a 1 footed ollie.
Right.
But think of that. I don't know. My buddy Dan hates his 1 foots, and I'm like, dude, Antonio Doral is so bored with skating that he needs to find new wrinkles.
I'm with your buddy. The 1 foots are kind of not for me, and he's so bored with skating and how easy skating is for him. And I guess to me that's unrelatable because it's pretty hard for me these days.
I like it. I like it a lot in that we had to think really hard how to classify the trick he's doing, and the raw footage I think that Kevin Turney put out was so dope because he didn't come close. He's kicking away, and then once he caught it. And he does a little like, now I'm introducing a new word or a new phrase, but I think it makes sense. The little Dutch foot off the switch frontside flip, so good. I love that. Yeah, I think he's more exciting than anybody. Sorry, Jason.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't mind the 1 foots that much. They're pretty cool. I mean, he's trying something new. I don't mind.
Yeah, I can appreciate it down Wallenberg as something completely insane.
1 foot 5-0 at the Banks rail, or 5-0 1 foot. I don't know how to classify that trick.
Yeah, I think
different part.
1 footed ollie to 5-0 1 foot. I don't know.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. What does he do?
Square dancing in grade school, right?
Yeah.
Mike, what question were you asking before we started talking about Antonio?
Maybe about just like his. I don't know. He's bored with conventional skating and needs to do stuff that's more challenging or more exciting for him. I don't know if there was a question about it.
Well, kind of on the other side of the spectrum of Antonio Doral's 1 foots, there's contests. Should contests matter in the selection process, or do you think that they do, Mike?
I don't think they've mattered for a long while. And I mean, Tampa M came and went, and we didn't talk about it on here, and there was definitely like online chatter about like, who are these people? And I think it's a completely different lane than the popular being just like the general public's opinion, popular as in Skater of the Year. Yeah, contests don't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should go into it because, I mean, better for worse, contests are a part of the culture. But Thrasher somehow like acts like Street League doesn't exist, like doesn't cover it at all, and it's like the biggest contest circuit. I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. I never picked up on that, but yeah, there's probably a reason behind that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But yeah, if there's other contests like Tampa Pro, Copenhagen. I mean, all that stuff is part of the culture. So yeah, I mean, I think it should, but who knows if it does.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I mean, I thought when Yuto won the first gold in Olympic skateboarding, I thought that's got to count for something. And he had a good year that year, but he didn't take it home. What was that? 2022?
21, because it was the 2020 Olympics deferred a year because of the pandemic.
Suchu won it in 2021 with 4 parts.
Oh, that was Suchu's year.
Well, which is interesting because when we look at the Skatefolio numbers, TJ Rogers got 8 parts, and that is with the star that says TJ has an additional part dropping in December. So we'll see if that, nobody's checking our numbers ever, but maybe it comes out after this comes out.
TJ Rogers keeps those parts pretty short, which I kind of appreciate, but
2.5 to 3 minutes, which is like, is that short or is that
I think it's perfect
a couple years
but
ago?
I think it's perfect, but I think it's short in terms of a part compared to what other people's parts look like these days. Like I think Kevin Beckel put out 2 parts that were 8 minutes long.
But he's grinding for
yeah.
That's mostly like sitting on a rail.
Seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me correct myself. The Sever part was 8:40, and the Beyond Metals Bad Trip part was 5:59. So basically 6 minutes.
Okay. Say that again, Templeton. Beyond Metals Bad Trip.
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think Beyond Metals is a clothing brand. I think it's
but it's
snowboard.
Not the golf brand. No, that's a different thing. That the skate shop.
That's Metal Wood.
Yeah.
And then Bad Trip, I think, was the name of the video.
Oh, not Beyond. Oh, okay. Shit. I'm very confused. I'm just trying to actually, I'm talking shit while pretending to be confused, but
yeah, Kevin Beckel's not doing a golf brand video.
Yeah.
So Simon Benera had 5 parts. I know one was the girl vid.
That was this year.
Yeah, trying to think what the other ones were. Just off the top of my head.
Volcom video.
Oh yeah.
Asics. Let's look Simon up here.
I mean,
Skatefolio is such a nice resource for us podcasters.
I mean, he is an ATV type of guy, which works in his favor for SOTY for sure.
I'm gonna just get in here with some more of the Skatefolio stuff. Most dense part was Corey Glick in Sci-Fi Fantasy's Endless Beauty. 51 clips in 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Or excuse me. 3 minutes and 56 seconds of footage is the most dense part of the year.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat. It makes me wonder what like a Tom Knox part might look like.
Its density is very low.
No, I think a Tom Knox part would have a high density because
minutes. Yeah.
So you can rifle off like 7 tricks in the time that would take me to do 2.
I think we need to ask who Jason thinks should be SOTY.
Well, let me see here. Out of all these guys, might seem kind of obvious, but I think Chris Joslin, 360 flipping El Toro, is on brand for SOTY. Plus, I mean, I was just looking at some of his parts. He's been releasing parts since 2018 or something, or maybe more. One clip was him backside 360 kick flipping, ollie flipping. Rincon, that was 12 years ago or something. So, I mean, he's been putting in a lot of work for a lot of years.
Yeah. I think he's maybe not put out the most footage this year. Certainly not put out the most footage this year with only 1 part currently in 2025. But doing it down El Toro, doing it down Wallenberg, that shit matters. And certainly matters to Thrasher. And they've made a pretty big deal about that 360 flip. So I would give it to Jocelyn right now too. What about you, Mike?
Well, I'm still saying my heart is with Doral. On Jocelyn, kind of anecdotally, the skate shop sold more of those Thrasher magazines that had, Jocelyn doing the 360 flip down El Toro than any other issues of Thrasher in years, just where people were coming in, they're like, I want that. I want, underline that one. And I don't, we talked about it, months ago when it came out, but I don't think that any other trick has had as much of kind of I don't want to say impact because that's not accurate. It's it hasn't caught everybody's attention. No other trick has caught everybody's attention like that one has. I still want Antonio Doral to win because I think he's probably the best and weirdest and most interesting and skater who is doing things that are making things interesting right now of the year. because I lost, track of what I was trying to say. But Jocelyn wouldn't be bad. I just wish that, and I'm now kind of repeating myself, that Skater of the Year was indicative of what 2025 skating was. Because jumping down big shit probably isn't it, even if he had the best trick. And the award's not Trick of the Year, it's Skater of the Year. But it's kind of boiled down to video part of the year in the last quarter of the year, or if you had 5 video parts, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think the shock factor is big because I look back to 2019 when Milton Martinez won it, basically for doing a kickflip into the sunset car wash, which, a year later somebody backside 360 into it. And
Got
whatever.
0 props because all his friends. I heard one of those kids who ran after him pooped his pants while he was running. I didn't, but that would be funny if that happened.
But yeah, what I'm trying to say is you could win it off one trick, I think, if it's a trick that really matters.
Yeah, I too am pulling for Antonio. I think that would be amazing and incredible if he won SOTY.
I mean, we're like holding out hope that he switched 360 flipped Wallenberg. That's the chatter internet wise.
Oh yeah, there is another Antonio part, in the ether, right? According to the Snack Man.
I have no sourcing, but yeah, Twitter chatter.
I think on Quarter Snacks they wrote something.
Yeah, now that you say that, it was like, what was this part? It was a hard body,
like prelude or interlude.
Interlude. That's not a word. Maybe it is.
But yeah, so he could switch 360 flip down. Wallenberg could win it, which would be pretty cool to see.
Dan Vanderlyn is not going to win it, is he? Like, that's not.
He had that one part and it was pretty good, but I don't know. He's very good at skating.
Yeah, he had that one part. He just had an interview. Presumably, the footage from the pictures in the interview will be in a part because that's usually how that works.
Right.
Thrasher wants to. I have it from the mouth of the editor, Mike Burnett. He wants the pictures to come out before the video does. So there's that.
Which to me is, it really robs the footage or robs the part of the surprise and impact that it deserves, I think.
Wow, okay. I think that stills are good. You see the video later and you still get the impact. Sequences, maybe not. You need a different angle. But how does it rob it of its impact?
Because it's shocking. Like when you see the footage, it's
right, exactly.
Dope. Like it's shocking.
Right, and it's like a video part is like you're creating a thing that's supposed to give someone a feeling. It's more than just a document. And if you put it together right with the music and the footage and the filming and everything, and you get that surprise of holy shit, he switched 360 flipped Wallenberg. Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that at all. Like that is a crazy feeling. And I was watching the Mr. Summers part a couple days ago after watching the Out There that spent a lot of time on this gap to kickflip 50-50. And the whole time I'm like, all right, where's the gap to 50? Where's the kickflip 50-50? When am I going to see this? Oh, that's the ender? I already knew that. Like, it was like, that's it? So that's my view on it. I think the part is the thing. And I think that the photographers get to come on the filming mission.
I mean, it's of course the photo guys want their props. And, speaking from the point of view of the editor of Thrasher magazine, that too, photographer, also a great writer too. He does trash. I agree with you guys. Like the video part is now, it reigns supreme, and it's stunk. I wanted to say stunk. It stunk. We already knew that dude was probably gonna kickflip 50-50 that crazy bar. Gabrielle Summers. Gabbers, I'm going to put out a video part that's Mike Munzenrider. Munzie, yeah, he almost, though what was so cool about that, he almost kickflip 5-0'd it by accident, and that would have been like an insane thing that might have also eaten him up inside just for like a little bit, and then he'd be stoked. Did you notice how he locked in so hard on that one that he made, and it didn't drop to 50. It was 5-0, and he could have rode that out, I thought.
Yeah, that would be a cool surprise, like for me as a viewer, like, oh shit, I thought he was gonna do kickflip 50. I got a kickflip 5-0. What a cool surprise.
By accident.
Right.
It would have only been, all due respect, man, that dude slams so hard.
Yeah, the one. Well, first off, I didn't watch the out there thing before the part. I just watched the part. So, but yeah, that one slam, it was like nausea inducing.
Don't watch the out there part.
His slams are kind of like sad. Like they don't get me stoked like the Welcome to Hell slam section did.
Templeton, the Welcome to Hell slam section did not stoke me. I had a buddy, my buddy Neil, couldn't watch it even when we were like 14 or 15. He left and he'd come back for the credits. He couldn't take it. So you're an outlier, dog.
I don't know. Like I doubt that I'm an outlier here, but I think to me it made me want to go out and like try hard, take slams.
But I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I think that skateboarding is in a different place now. You know, like you have to go bigger and you're going to get more hurt and stuff like that. But I don't know. For me, the Welcome to Hell slam section got me stoked.
And you're very carefully like writing the line of saying it got me stoked. We're not done with the show.
Right. Yeah, we've got a whole nother topic left.
I would just say that like Gabriel Summers, Gabbers, he slams super fucking hard. And I propose the idea of like extra gravity on him. Not trying to say that he's heavy, but just like he slams so fucking hard. And it is kind of painful to watch after a while. So Jason, if you do go watch his out there, it's like, get ready to see this dude brutalized. And I don't actually understand the motivation for him to really like kill him, like slowly kill himself through all that.
Hey.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, the slams are sad and scary and make me not want to skate.
I just forget about him, and then I'm like, I'm going to skate a quarter pipe, frontside pivot. Hey, great.
Ooh, that sounds scarier than skating a handrail to me.
Fucking hey, dude. I talked to Plaza guy and fucking Portland curb regenerator. Jesus.
You know, when I moved to Portland, I thought I was like, I'm gonna learn how to skate transitions. You know, like this is gonna be my time, and I just just can't teach this old dog new tricks.
No, it's hard. Like I when I turned like 30 or 33, I was like, oh, well, I'm old. I guess I should learn how to skate transition now. Like, didn't work. Like tried and tried and tried and tried. Could maybe do like a backsmith.
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
All right, are we ready to move on to our second topic?
We are ready.
All right, moving on. If you want to win a Rusty, you got to make a mark. One way to do that is to bag an NBD on a name brand spot. Jason, what makes these known and named spots so important?
Well, name brand spots, some people call them heritage spots, are important because the tricks people do there make up the story or the lore, people like to say lore, of skateboarding as a whole, of our culture. And also, you know, they're when you're on the come up, they're where you go when you want to make a name for yourself, make an imprint, maybe make some money. Not to mention, they look cool on film. I don't know. There's something about, like, for example, you think Hubba Hideout, just like the gray, like kind of brutalist ledges and the building behind it looked all futuristic and shit. So yeah, those three things pretty much.
Yeah, Mike, you've got an interesting take about candles and these name brand spots.
Yeah, I mean, when you first brought this up, I don't know. I like cosmology. Sorry, but okay. If you want to know how bright a star is, it's very hard to tell from Earth because it can either be very big or very small and very distant. But there's a thing called pulsars, and then other things. They call them standard candles, which lets you figure out how bright and or how distant something is. I'm probably muddling the cosmological shit and or, real science. Basically, the idea is that you can figure out how bright something is based on a standard thing. So you can tell how big a star is or how far away it is, how bright it is. I probably muddled that up. What's great about Wallenberg is that someone does a switch frontside flip and then a little like kick out one foot. You know how big that trick was done because you know Wallenberg, because Mark Gonzalez, did a grab down it how long ago?
Video
30?
days ago.
35 years ago, give or take. 34? 35 if we're gonna give the video leg, right? LAG. So yeah, like it's very useful when the people who want to be skate of the year. And I think it's useful that we point out that, if TJ Rogers, Antonio Dourao, et al., Dylan Jabe, years ago, it feels like, did the fakie flip down it. Dang, that dude's the best skater. Dylan Jabe's really good and gets no props.
Good. He's not even pro yet. They just turned Felipe Moto pro. Where's
I know,
Dylan Jabe's board?
Imu. He's not Amu. Got the IG message. It's not Amu, it's Imu. Anyways, Wallenberg's like the best thing that you can do. It tells us exactly what we need to know. Fakey flip it. You should be pro. P-Rod, listen up. Everybody else. It's that. It's like, give us the vantage point of knowing exactly what we need to know. Like, don't give us a random stair set in Iowa. Go to San Francisco.
Like some rail in a church parking lot.
Oh yeah,
right.
In Alabama.
It could be 1,000,000 feet long, and not sure if this guy's good. This gal's good. It's
well. The thing about those spots that are at a church parking lot in Iowa is they don't stick with you.
No.
Like they're anonymous. Whereas Dylan Jabe fakey flips Wallenberg, we'll know that forever. I'll be 75 and be like, I can name most of the tricks done down Wallenberg or something. Like I think that those name brand spots just stick in your head. It gives you something to hold on to, like that's how we remember things, is by like through words, basically.
Yeah, and Mike, you kind of alluded to this in the notes. Like the way you learn stuff and remember stuff is by connecting it to other stuff in your brain. So because if someone does a trick and like say Wallenberg, you like file it away with all the other Wallenberg tricks like DeGan, Shane O'Neill, whoever.
Exactly. Yeah. It puts you in a category with those other people.
Well, it's like Gon's Gap, Clipper Ledge, Clipper Stairs, a little bit more vague, but still a thing. Like what else? Hubba Hideout, already mentioned. But that's like the ultimate thing, I think, for us, still in our heads all the time.
The Cartier Ledge, Le Dome in Paris.
San Diego Sports Set.
Oh, yeah, the San Diego Sports Arena. I was trying to think of something in San Diego, and I couldn't do it.
Carlsbad.
Oh, yeah, Carlsbad. Yeah. There you go. Isn't that like halfway between San Diego and LA or something?
I think it's just North County, San Diego.
Yeah, North County. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. What do we got? Well, we got the Gold Rail in D.C. Lots of shit was done on that.
All sorts of Brooklyn Banks things.
Yeah, the 9, the 15, what's the one that kind of lands uphill? Is that 11, 12?
Carlsbad East.
Oh, with the little gap.
Yeah, Templeton was asking for an uphill landing at the Banks, so
I
embellished a little. East. Yeah, I mean even like the Pulaski Wall, which a leading SOTY contender looked way too easy. Doing a switchback tail. That's the most insane trick. Like Antonio Dourao getting up that easy. I think everybody who's listening to this podcast needs to watch that clip again. Dude, he got up there so easy.
I really should, because I'm like thinking about a switch backside tailside, and that's just seems so awkward. And then bringing it up that high, yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, Dill did that like he Smith grinded it. Let's not call it a front Smith. It's a Smith grind unless you're doing it the other way. That wall's insane. It's a wall. It's a wall for a reason.
Yeah, not really a ledge.
And that's why it's a name brand. Like it's not a name brand spot. It's a spot within a spot, or a feature within a spot. But
it is a measuring stick, a place that you can go and make a name for yourself if you go do something on it.
What are your guys' favorite things where it's just like, all right, this skater is good because they can do something on this. What is your this?
I think to me it's those big league spots. You got Hollywood High, Wallenberg, El Toro.
El Toro. Ooh.
Those name brand big stacks.
Yeah, the goal. I'm trying to think if someone did backside nose one slide down the goal rail. Maybe did Billy Roper do it? Shout out Billy Roper. Yeah, the goal rail was a classic one. RIP though, they knobbed it. One that just kind of came on my radar is that big manual pad in Stuttgart, the one that Kevin Bradley backside tail slided the whole thing.
But that's not a name brand spot. I don't know what the fuck that spot's called.
I pictured it, Templeton.
I just know because I watched a thing about it. It's called the Marmor Plot.
I saw a pocket
Marmor
video
Plot
come up
in Stuttgart.
I saw that come up in my YouTube, but I didn't watch it. But I think that's not quite.
Yeah, it's not really on the same level
brand
as
spot. Like you're not gonna make a name for yourself
as your hub hideout.
Is it maybe like if a European place is gonna rank in our talks here, Le Dome, those hubbas and Florentine Marfang and shit.
And there was that big 4
Machba.
that Reynolds kick flipped, or maybe it was a 5 in Paris.
Yeah, different shit in Paris. Nobody's ever heard the name of that one unless Jason has.
Yeah, but you could say the Machba big 4 in the back would be like a European measuring stick.
Yeah, well, some other Euro shit. What's that spot in Barcelona? Like the Wave?
Yep. Oh yeah, that thing's cool.
It has a name. Like shit.
I'm sure this ugly Americans would have trouble pronouncing it.
We're the ugliest.
It's like the Wave, and then there's a rail, and you do shit over the rail.
Yeah, I think something about the name brand spots is accessibility, and that's why so many of them are in California. Is like they're there. I think a lot of people go and look at them and decide not to do something, but they're around enough that people can go and try shit. Like a random big set in Iowa is just not going to be a name brand spot the way.
Oh, it reminded me of Santa Monica triple set.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, perfect example.
I mean, it's they're the spots that we don't live in the main places skating. So if we're in California, yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm walking down I'm looking at the sand gaps more than anything else. I've looked at the sand gaps. I've never gone up and looked at the triple set, even though, it's been a decade or two since I've been in California to look at that. But we on this podcast, how much are we doing that type of tourism? Templeton, you've been to everywhere.
I've been some places, but I was trying to think of the name brand spots that I've been to, and there's not that many. Like I don't think I went to any real big name spots when I lived in California. Like the
Scott
guys
Johnson letting you down.
But you mean skate spot tourism? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's like, but we're maybe more interested in more obscure stuff, I guess.
Yeah, or like if I'm gonna take the time, I'd like to skate something. I got nothing for these name brand spots, so I'd rather just end up at a schoolyard with some plastic picnic tables or something.
Yeah. Which ones have I been to? Oh, Pulaski, of course. The Love Gap when that was around.
Was that big?
It was
a dumb question.
Dude, I didn't even look at it like that. I was just skating like the 2 ledges or whatever, and like the fountain ledges. I didn't even like go up and see what would it be like to try to ollie this. That didn't even like cross my mind.
Wallenberg is big, very large. But do we have any more synonyms? Anybody else want to get grande? Wallenberg is 17 feet plus some inches is what a guy once told me. So,
and that's length, not height, correct?
Height. Well, that's the thing about Wallenberg. Height, it's like as tall as me, 5'6", give or take, a foot up. But it doesn't matter because it's so fucking long. Like it's the length of that one. And I've heard that Love was a little taller, maybe a little longer, and so it's kind of a wash, if that makes any sense.
Well, Love, you didn't get the roll in. There wasn't a roll in available for Love.
We made a roll in and brought it up.
You need the clout to get on the roll in schedule. I heard there's a schedule for the roll-in, so.
Got to put your credit card down. Make sure it gets brought back in time.
Although, if I recall correctly, Jeremy Ray said on some podcasts that it was easy to get speed. Like there was enough run up and like the ground was, the right texture where you could get speed pretty easily to jump
Love
down that
Park.
thing. Yeah.
All right. Now I feel like a sucker, but did he land the frontside 360 or did he wash out a bunch?
He didn't claim it. He said he didn't land it.
Okay.
Like he touched or whatever, like, and then he had to bounce. But now, according to him, he didn't land it.
Yeah, not a make.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, I would have been stoked if Jeremy Ray had landed that frontside 360. Which brings us to the end of our show. Which brings us to the part of our show where we talk about what we're stoked on. Jason, what are you stoked on this week?
Stoked on adventure trucks out of San Francisco, California. Stoked on having a snow day tomorrow. First snow day of the winter. Pretty sick. I mentioned the Marmorplot in Stuttgart earlier, and the reason why I'm stoked on the Pocket Skate Mag kind of featurette on it, if you like that kind of like spot history type stuff, spot anthropology. And I'm stoked on a video by videographer Tor Strom called A Midsummer. It has literally every skater in Scandinavia that's good. Every good skater in Scandinavia is in this video.
If they ride for Nike.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Mike, what are you stoked on this week?
I'm stoked on finally watching that A Midsummer video after I get off this podcast. I'm stoked on, and if you're into Christmas music, this is important. I'm stoked on Christmas FM, which is the Irish Christmas music radio station. It's out of, I don't know, Dublin or something, but you can get an app for it. They don't play kind of like church music, Christmas music. They play strictly hits, strictly bangers, strictly like, damn, Christmas is tight. Even if you've got issues with Christmas. I know it's not always the easiest time of the year for everyone, myself included. Also, this is so random, I'm stoked on frying shallots or shallots, as Lynn Rossetto Castro of The Splendid Table one time used to say. But you do those in olive oil, salt and pepper, shallots. Put them on anything. I've been putting them on eggs. Mostly just been putting them on eggs. They're so good. Find your shallots. Shallots.
Do you fry up like a big batch and just have them on deck that you can put them on anything, or do you fry them?
They're gonna be best fresh.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I have a small cast iron buddy pack. Heat that up, put them in there, and you can actually do it pretty quick. Yeah, no, they're gonna be best fresh.
There we go.
Yeah, Templeton, what are you stoked on?
I am stoked on a new parts bike that has brought me almost completely finished with my vintage mountain bike restoration. My neighbor gave me a 1998 stump jumper frame. I bought a 2001 full suspension stump jumper off Facebook Marketplace, and I took all the parts off that, put it on the 98 stump jumper. It's been really fun to learn and try things. I know just enough about bike maintenance to think that I can do this, and I've been watching a lot of tutorials and making it work. And yeah, the only thing I have left to do is attach the back brakes, and then I need to find a front derailleur, because the derailleur I need is very specific and a little harder to find. So it's been fun and exciting. That's it for our show this week. Be sure to check out mostlyskateboarding.net for links to things that we talked about and other show notes. Until next time, you can keep up with us all week online. Mike, where can the people find you?
My social handle is at @mmunzenrider. Twitter, they might have finally fucked it up, so we'll see. They changed the following tab to popular, and then I don't know. I don't know how to. Jason?
Yes.
It's a disaster. I'm on I'm on Instagram and I'm on Blue Sky under the same handle. Yeah. Twitter might be done. It pains me. Jason, where can the people find you?
Yeah, started fucking with Twitter again. Carbonite1994 on Instagram at Frozen Carbonite, and writing stuff for quartersnacks.com. Templeton, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mostly Skate. You can find the show on YouTube at Mostly Skateboarding. And sometimes I'm on Blue Sky at Mostly Skate. There you go. We'll see you guys next week.
There.